Wow, actually quite it down right on cue. Welcome and good morning. We're very happy to have all of you here this morning. Before I start the program, I would like to introduce some of the many luminaries that are here today from law enforcement and otherwise. From Salisbury, we have Chief Tom Fowler. Chief, thank you. We have from the New Hampshire State Police, Colonel Robert Quinn, Seabrook Regiment. Chief Rich Kane from Exeter. My friend Rich Sawyer, the Chief of Hampton. Chief Kevin Sear from Newmarket. High Sheriff Mike Carroll. Mike. We have U.S. Marshal David Cargill. Chief John Skipper from Stratham. Chief Scott Sanders from Kensington. Retired Chief Paul Cronin from Seabrook. Chief Robbie Dursa from Hampton Falls. Chief Kevin Willett from the Amesbury PD. We also have with us Seabrook's Fire Chief, Bill Edwards. Chief Edwards, thank you for being here. We have Seabrook's Deputy Fire Chief standing in the back there, Coco Perkins. All the way from Methuen, Massachusetts, we have the new Fire Chief of Methuen, Tim Sheehy. Thank you, Chief Sheehy, for being here. And we have, also from Methuen, the former state senator, the former Secretary of Public Safety for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and a person that has been a thorn in my side for over 20 years, Jim Jajuga. We have our select board here. Abul Khan, thank you, Select Khan. Select Woman Teresa Kyle. Before I get started, I would like to say very much a big thank you to Howard Page for bailing us out. A big thank you to Sergeant Kevin Gelino for all his work at the Thank you, Sergeant. And somehow, I have to say thank you to Mark Preston. He did something. I'm not quite sure what it was, but he did something. Thank you to the Seabrook Library and Ann Robinson for being such a gracious host this morning. Thank you. So, Chief Gallagher. We're here to honor Chief Gallagher, but before I go on to the program, I want to say we also have a visitor from Manchester who has honored us with his presence. He has been a terrific supporter of public safety, and we truly appreciate him making the trek down to Seabrook from Manchester, State Senator Lou D'Alessandro. Senator, much more important than Jim Jajuga. Before we start the program, I would like to bring up and thank Reverend Pierce for the invitation.
Almighty and powerful God that reigns above in heaven, we ask, Lord, as you sit upon your lofty throne there, that you look down upon us today. As we gather here to honor Chief Gallagher and all that work under him in this department and in this town. We thank you, Lord, for bringing so many prestigious people here to honor him at this day. We ask, Lord, your blessings upon this. We ask, Lord, that you look down upon this town and the department and the chief and give him the strength and the power and the wisdom to do what he needs to do. As not only as he serves us, he serves you. We thank you for all this. Bless him and bless our time together. In your son's name we pray. Amen.
And I would ask that you all stand as we have from Methuen Fire Lieutenant James Garrity to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say doth that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Terrific. Thank you so much for that, Jim. I would like to start this program by recognizing from our Board of Selectmen and like to say a quick word about this board. The progress that's happening in Seabrook could never ever happen without a progressive Board of Selectmen and people that put Seabrook first. Our Vice Chairman, Abul Khan.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to this great event. All the chiefs, made this trip to our, great town. Thanks again, Senator. Thank you for coming from Manchester. What just town manager just said, it's opposite. Town manager did a fantastic job because of his work and everything. We are so happy to do this kind of event. When the recommendation came from the town manager about selecting our next chief, it was a very easy one for me, especially this board member. It was a very easy one. I know Mr. Gallagher for a long time, since I live in this town for 15 plus years. I saw him as to serve for our community and to protect in every day. Last weekend when we were doing the tree lighting ceremony, he was working at the traffic control and in the street. I have no doubt that he will be a fantastic job for our town, our residents, protect our residents and serve our residents. Thank you very much for coming again, and I wish all the success for
Our clerk, Selectwoman Teresa Kyle.
Good morning, everybody. I was going to give a speech, but I decided not to. I just thought I would mention a few words and phrases as regards this good man. Honorable, brave, dutiful, integrity, character, disciplined, responsible. Those all reflect our new chief, Gallagher, in the highest regard. He's authoritative. He has leadership. He has a strong work ethic, which I've witnessed from when he took over as acting chief. Everything that he did, his innovative ideas. He's a business acumen is great. His reports to the town, his keeping of records, all of that goes along with the other duties, the administrative duties. His knowledge, his appreciation, and his duty to his profession. He truly is a professional. On the other side, I noticed he is a kind and patient man. He's a gentleman. He's courteous. He's humble. He possesses inner strength. He's just a fantastic individual, and I have witnessed it, and he has treated me in the most courteous and professional manner. He would always refer to me as Selectwoman Kyle, and I said, Mike, call me Teresa. I've talked to you several times. No, the respect and the honor was always there, Selectwoman Kyle. That's the mark of a true man. He's quiet, but he has an inner strength, and it shows. And recently we were at a mock demonstration or practice drill for if there was a disaster in Seabrook. Everyone had to give their plans of what they would do or what they thought. Mike got up, bing, bing, bing. He had a plan for Seabrook. He knew how he was going to protect us. He knew what streets were going to be covered. He knew how to take care of our children, our elderly, our infirmed, and just the general public. It was remarkable, and I was truly proud to be part of this town with such a good leader as Mike. So there are two winners today. There's Mike, who's been sworn in or going to be sworn in to one of the highest positions in our town. And then there's the town of Seabrook, to have such a competent, wonderful individual who truly cares. And so I salute you, Mike.
Thank you, Selectwoman Kyle. When she was saying all those nice things, she was pointing, and I thought she was pointing at my chair, but so did Mike Gallagher, but apparently that's not correct. With all of the great outpouring of public safety officials, you see the respect which Chief Gallagher is held in by his colleagues throughout the region. And we have some to say a few words today. And first, I'd like to bring up Salisbury Police Chief Thomas Fowler.
Thank you, Bill. Mike, Chief, congratulations. When I arrived here from Connecticut about 3 years ago, I was told of the working relationship between the Salisbury Police Department and the Seabrook Police Department. And it was kind of odd for me, thinking it's a different town, it's a different state, you know, but shortly after I arrived, one of my officers was on a motor vehicle stop near the state line and basically was attacked by an offender. So a citizen had to come and use his radio to call for help. So as we all go there, when I arrived, Seabrook officers were the first ones there helping my officer. So that was just one of many incidents. Since I've been here, we would work side by side with Seabrook officers, be it motor vehicle stops, lengthy drug investigations, bar closing down the beach in the summertime. Side by side, we work with Seabrook officers, and it's been a great partnership. Lastly, about a year and a half ago, I was involved in an incident with two of my officers that resulted in a shooting. And once again, Officer Justin Murphy from Seabrook was right there with us. So I want to congratulate you, Mike. Thank you for the past support, and I look forward to continued working relationship under your leadership. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. As I mentioned earlier, we have all the way from Manchester somebody whose career has been highlighted by a true commitment to public safety. Somebody I'm proud to call a friend, but more importantly, is a friend not just to his constituency, but to the entire state of New Hampshire, and especially to people involved in providing public safety. My friend, Senator Lou D'Alessandro.
Alessandro, who's here with me, and of course, one of my dearest and closest friends who was a judge in the court here, the Hampton District Court, the Honorable Francis Whitey Frazier. First of all, let me thank the selectmen, let me thank the town manager for the honor of being able to come here this morning at this magnificent event. To all of the law enforcement people, many of whom are my dear friends, thank you for all of the service that you provide for the people of the state of New Hampshire. And to each and every individual in the audience, think about this. You're the public. And these individuals have sworn to give you public service. Public service, which means every day in every way, they're out there on the streets protecting the life and liberty of every individual in this audience. The chief obviously has a great reputation as a humanitarian, as a person who covers all the bases, and a person who's devoted to his community. But the most significant point is he's committed to public service. Public service. These men and women, every day, put their lives on the line. We're living in a different world today. A totally different world, manifested by what happened in San Bernardino, California yesterday. A terrible, terrible situation. And yet the first responder is a police officer who goes there and gives himself to protect the public, to provide public service. That's a commitment that all of us should make. But these men and women make it and deliver it on a daily basis. Think about that. It is the most significant thing that they do. They provide public service. So, Chief, as you ascend to this new position, I know that you're going to do great things for your community. Because we love our communities. We're part of the community. Each and every one of you is part of this community. So to make the community better, you choose people who are going to lead us down that path. They're going to provide the public service that each and every one of us desires. So my very, very best wishes for continued success. My best wishes to each and every one of you as we approach the holiday season. Merry, Merry Christmas, Happy, Happy New Year, and never forget that these individuals are there to take care of you, to protect you, and to provide the most significant thing we have in life, public service. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you so much, Senator. And we have Seabrook's own Colonel Robert Quinn.
Thank you. First, I want to thank the town manager and Sergeant Gelano for inviting me and allowing me to be a part of this, because it is very important to me, and I'm excited to be here. I'm excited for the chief, his family, but I'm also a resident, and I love living in this town. So I'm also, when I take this uniform off, I'm a customer, you know, and I can tell you, in living here for many, many years, I've always been impressed with all the town workers, from the police department, the fire department, those who plow the roads, and so we really do have a great thing here. And I just want to expand on that. Not only is it the town, but it's the Seacoast community. I mean, if you look around you, we've got chiefs from all over the place, you know, police, fire. Everybody kind of pulls together, because when there is an emergency in the Seacoast, you know, there are no lines. It's an all-hands-on-deck approach. So the other thing I want to recognize is the members of Troop A that are here today. I know that Lieutenant Better has come, Sergeant Winters, sergeants lived in town for many, many, many years, Sergeant Walker, and again, those are the folks that are going to work hand in hand with the chief. I want to touch a little bit, and it's important, the word support. The challenges that we face today as law enforcement leaders are very complex, and we just can't accomplish many of these goals alone. So it's important to have the support from all of the resources, you know, county, federal, other local agencies, and that's the key. And the key to being a good leader, I think, today, you know, with the threats from foreign and domestic terrorism, the opioid crisis we're facing, I mean, these are big issues, big challenges that cannot be solved alone. So we're either gonna succeed together or fail together. And the key is building effective relationships amongst these borders and with other law enforcement agencies. And I'll tell you, that has been the key to my success. I would not be here today. Our agency would not have been able to accomplish some of the significant cases without working with all the local agencies and having the support. You know, I point to, I can't fail to mention Judge Frazier sitting here today. I mean, you've got great police officers here, but it all starts with training. And you know, we all had an opportunity for many, many, many years to sit with him in Hampton District Court and learn from our mistakes. And we do make mistakes. And I think, you know, when people say today this is one of the toughest times in our country's history to be a police officer, and it is. There are challenges. You look at Ferguson, and you look at what's happening in Baltimore, and it comes down to public trust. That's what the public wants. They want to trust. They want to trust, they want transparency, and I will tell you from what I see here, this is a man who, all you have to do is look at his picture on the brochure, and that's sincere. He's a great leader. We got great police officers here, great department. They respond on time, they're professional, they look sharp, and it's a tough job. So I go back to where I started, support. Clearly, you get a lot of support, Chief. Most importantly from your family. You know, my family has to support me or I couldn't do the job. You've got it from everybody here. I've been quite impressed with what you've done over the years. I've watched you, and I think one of the things that comes to mind is you've got common sense, and you're just a nice guy. And I think if you have two of those things, and you've got the training, and you've got the support behind you, there's nothing you can't accomplish. So on behalf of the men and women of the New Hampshire State Police, I want to tell you that we will always be there for you, and we'll support you in any challenge. And I know you do the same for us. And for the past 30 years that I've been wearing this uniform, there's been no better relationship than what's been ongoing between the state police and the Seabrook police, and I know it will continue. Thank you very much.
We're almost there. I just want to read a letter that we got from Governor Hassan. And Governor Hassan said, "Dear friends, I regret that I am not able to be with you in person for today's swearing-in ceremony, but I want to join everyone in congratulating Deputy Chief Gallagher on your well-deserved promotion to Chief of the Seabrook Police Department. Having held every rank in the department, including patrolman, sergeant, detective, lieutenant, and deputy chief, I am confident that you will continue your unyielding dedication protecting your fellow citizens in the Seabrook community in this new role. Your commitment to preserving safety in the Seabrook community through efforts such as installing a drug drop box in the Seabrook Police Station is not only critical to the state's efforts to combat the heroin and opioid crisis facing our state, but also demonstrates the leadership needed to address all of our public safety challenges. Our people, our families, and our economy cannot thrive without safe communities. And thanks to your dedication to the well-being of your fellow citizens, New Hampshire is consistently recognized as one of the safest states in the nation. Recognizing that public safety truly is our most important responsibility, and that improving public safety must always be an ongoing effort, I remain committed to ensuring that you have the resources and support you need to carry out your new role as Chief effectively. As Governor, I am committed to working hard every day to support your mission to enforce our laws and keep us safe with the fairness, professionalism, and integrity that are the hallmarks of the New Hampshire law enforcement community. Congratulations again on the new position, and I look forward to continuing to work together to keep our people, our families, and our state safe. With every good wish, Governor Maggie Hassan. And now, Chief, if you would step forward and work.
solemnly swear I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent on me as police chief according to the rules and regulations stated in the truth. So help me God. And now the chief will be pinned. Come on up. Here's your change. And now a warm welcome for our new chief of police, Mike Gallagher.
Well, it's spoke, thank you for those very kind words. For a minute, I forgot you were talking about me, and I thought, hey, this guy sounds good. I'd like to meet him someday. And for everyone else, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for taking the time out of your day for this occasion. It means a lot to me. I don't stand at this podium alone. Many, many people stand here with me. Town Manager Manzi and the Board of Selectmen, thank you for having the faith in me to assume this important role. I look forward to continuing to provide the highest level of service through the spirit of teamwork that you've already shown. And, you know, I have to say, I've seen town managers come and go, and boards of selectmen. I have to honestly say that this group of folks, the times that us five have sat in a room together, it's a palpable feeling of no ego. There are 5 people in the room who care about the community, and they're trying to do the right thing, and I think we're going to continue to do good things for the town. Thank you very much. The men and women of the Seabrook Police Department, you stood tall through the tough times and continued in professionalism and dedication each and every day. You're the ones that are out there doing the job. I have great admiration and respect for you. You're the ones that do the job, and you're going to make us all succeed. You're the ones that do it. I couldn't say enough of the professionalism that you've shown, and I look forward to serving you and leading you. My family, who've been there for me these many years, you have no idea how much you've held me up, uplifted me, and helped me get through the tough times. Mom. 26 years ago, you gave me my father's retirement badge. I've worn my uniform every day. There aren't enough words, so I'll just say thank you. Thank you. My best friend also happens to be my wife. I would not be here at all if it wasn't for you. Your love, you've been with me in the good times, more importantly, you've been there in the tough times. So, thank you. Thank you very much. To all the friends, the Nicholson brothers, childhood friends, and members of the community, not only who are here, but who have supported the town and made it a great town. Thank you all. To the strong partners in law enforcement, frankly, I'm devastated by the support here. And Colonel Quinn spoke about it, and it couldn't be more true. When officers are in need of assistance, borders disappear, and the uniform becomes one. I look forward to continuing in the spirit of camaraderie, and it's the truth. So where do we go from here? Number one, we fight the heroin epidemic, and luckily, there are so many involved in that fight, starting with the federal government, people like U.S. Marshal Dave Cargill, Senator D'Alessandro, Colonel Quinn, and the wonderful, great men and women of the New Hampshire State Police. Our local partners in law enforcement, and not only law enforcement, but the whole community. The people who volunteer their time and care, or together, I can guarantee you that we'll fix this problem, we'll make it better, and we're gonna stop this scourge, and God willing, we'll be able to stop these people from dying from this terrible, terrible disease. I also plan to provide the highest levels of service through professionalism and transparency, being responsive to the concerns of the community by listening, and not only serving the community, but being a part of it and a partner. 26 years ago, Chief Paul Cronin hired me as a Seabrook police officer. I've been thankful every single day to have the opportunity to serve this great town. And I give you my solemn pledge to continue serving to the best of my ability for years to come. Thank you.
Thank you all. For the law enforcement folks, Sergeant Kevin Gallagher is going to try and herd you for a little picture. So you've just been promoted a little bit, but if you could just hang out with Kevin just for a second, couple of pictures, and we'll let you go on your way. Thank you to everybody for attending. We really appreciate it. It was a beautiful ceremony. Thanks again. Have a great day. There were some refreshments in the back of the hall. Hang out and drink a little coffee and eat some pastry. Thank you all.